Sociology A-level with the Professionals Honours Program. What will you study? Sociology is a study of people in society, and we're interested in how your age, your gender, your ethnicity, and where you live might affect your life chances. First year topics are families and households, education, and research methods. Every week we look at a different topic related to these three areas. For example, the role of childhood and how it's different globally. We also look at the role of women and how things have changed. They have a lot more rights now, but we could argue that we have massive issues with the gender pay gap. Within the topic of research methods, we look at sociologists who've gone undercover, for example, who've gone undercover with gangs, or people who've gone undercover maybe with Greenpeace. We look at the ethics behind these issues and how practical it really is to carry out sociological research. Within the topic of education, we encourage students to think about their own experiences of schools. We question ideas about labelling, stereotypes, subcultures, all sorts of things. Students that decide to carry on with second year topics do crime and deviance, beliefs in society, research methods and theory. Crime and deviance allows us to look at things like the criminal justice system, what works, what doesn't. We look at gang crimes, we look at the increasing amount of women committing crimes. We also look at police bias. We also explore ideas of globalisation and how crime in one part of the world might affect another part of the world. Within our study of beliefs in society, we're interested in why people join different religious groups. We argue whether or not aspects of yoga are spiritual movements, but we also look at things like the civil rights movement and how that has changed the world. The final topic is research methods and theory, and we look at how sociologists try to explain wider aspects of society. For example, do we live in a society that's patriarchal? Do we live in a society that is fair and even and equal? Or do we live in a society where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and focus on aspects of capitalism? Those students who do Sociology AS will have 2 1.5-hour exams. A2 students have 3 2-hour exams. We do skills all throughout the year, and students are very well prepared for these exams. Trips and visits. We've been to Lancaster Castle Prison. We've had a lovely opportunity to meet and greet with Professor Green. We have careers talks with related professions such as social workers, prison officers, paralegals, all sorts of different things that you could do with a sociology qualification.